Heyo everyone, it's been a while since my last video. For those of you watching, I hope you've been doing well. For the past 2 weeks, I had been swarmed with a bunch of work, and not to mention that finals is next week for school, so it's been pretty hectic. But I wanted to at least work on this project a little bit, and I wanted to show you all what small things that I've done. So, from first glance, you can see that I've added a bit more visual affordance for the players. I've added your typical health bar, stamina bar, and magic bar. When when a person creates a character in runtime or while playing, it will run a script which will generate an icon sprite of your character to place into this health bar or this sort of region of all your stats. The circular design, along with this choice to show your player icon, it was heavily influenced by games like Kingdom Hearts, as I really like their UI icons. I thought they were very simple, but at the same time very clean and really pretty to look at for me. And I wanted to go for a similar style. So, the green bar is indicative of health, the stamina is this slim yellow circle, and the blue circle arcs represent magic usage. These bars haven't been particularly hooked up yet, as I still need to script out character and weapon stats, weapon/item stats, but I wanted to set them up for future usage. That way, once I do get to doing that next, it'll be ready to go. And as you can see, or as I'll show you right now, if I just could get this to work, it's actually pretty filled out already. Like, there's this fill amount right here that can display how much of the health bar that you show. So like from 1 representing being at full health all the way down to 0 in which you have no health. So when I do stats in which I actually have a health bar, I could do calculations and change this accordingly to based on the percentage of health that I have remaining. And this goes for the same with stamina. Whenever like you do an action or you like running or swinging, then it will take away a certain amount of stamina, and then once it's all gone like this, then you won't be able to perform any actions until you fill some of it back up again. And the same goes for each of the magic slots, in which each of these segments represents maybe I don't know how I'm gonna work it out yet, but like 1 or 2 usages, or like 1 or 2 usage. So like, say whenever, oops, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Whenever you cast like a spell, then it will take away the remaining, or it will take away that slot, and then once you cast another spell again, then it will go to the second slot and then unfill that. I haven't put in a fill area for that for a gray outline, or like a gray fill beneath it yet for these ones, but it's gonna look like the same thing like this. Yeah, and then there's this grid of 4 squares underneath, which will be boxes that will display status effects, in which I also plan to implement too once, like whenever you're afflicted with like poison or you're stunned, then an icon representing that will show right here to indicate that that's the current state or effect that you have like on the character. And then to the bottom right, we'll have our current, I would say, quick slots, in which the 2 bigger boxes represent your 2 hands, your right hand and your left hand. The right box will display the icon of the weapon equipped on the right hand, while the left box will display the one on the left. And let's say if I were to switch out this, if I were to switch out the shield with a spear, then the UI as well as the animations that you have when using a different weapon will display as well. So to show you that, I'm gonna just change this real quick. Later on, all of this will be automated, or like this will be done automatically. It'll be done automatically whenever you're swapping items, or whenever you're swapping weapons, or whenever you're in the item menu and equipping a different weapon. All of this will be done automatically, which, oh, I didn't set it to false, but you know what, that's fine. So yeah, as you can see, if I maximize this, now the icon will display the spear instead of the shield, as that is the current weapon that's supposed to be equipped. Don't mind the shield right here, it's supposed to be invisible right now. But yeah, it's a spear now, and it will now play like a different sort of attack animation because it's a spear. But yeah, this is what I got going from my game UI so far. I hope it's not too ugly, as I'm not particularly the best in terms of design. But I hope it'll work out because I enjoy how it looks, and it's a lot more exciting to have this kind of affordance. And I can't wait to hook it all up and make the game all the more exciting. Oh wait, no, I'm not done yet. There's still these two slots right here. This one's gonna be the item slot that you're gonna have, and this will be the magic slot that you'll have. And they both basically work in the same way. You can swap between items that you have in your inventory, and whichever selected is the one that you're gonna use whenever you commit the action. So like if I were to like the drinking animation that I had, if I were to use that, then oh god, hold on, let me disable this again. What? Okay, so just pretend this is a shield right now. But yeah, if I were to use if I were to have this potion out and I was to press the button that would start the consumable animation, then it would play me drinking a potion, and my health would go back up to full or whatever. And then based on whatever magic slot or whatever magic I have currently equipped in the slot, then when I press the magic button, then it will cast that particular spell. And I obviously haven't implemented items in magic yet, as I still need to write out the stats before anything, but they will be worked out eventually. But like I said, yeah, this is the UI I was going for. I hope it's not bad. If it is, please tell me, or like if there's any way you can if there's any way I could do better with it, then let me know. But the next thing. Okay, so the next thing that I implemented was blocking and parrying. Like, see, I have a blocking animation, or whenever you hold down your left trigger, or the button in which your left hand is currently the button you use to use your whatever's equipped on your left hand. It will cause you to enter into a blocking state like this, and then if you were to press if you were to click the button to use the left hand again, then it will do a parry. And so with this, now the blocking hasn't been implemented yet because well, for one, the AI is extremely bare bones right now, only looping this attack animation, and it doesn't actually trigger any hit animations onto our own character yet. So, but parrying has been, for the most part, implemented, besides a little bit more fine-tuning, because that is more towards of a character interaction, or like our own kind of based on our input instead. So this parry animation, once you do that, it will create a short window in which whether or not your shield or whatever weapon slash item you have that is capable of parrying had collided with the enemy's attack. And the enemy's attack animation will have the choice of being parryable or not. Smaller weapons being more likely, whereas heavier and bigger weapons are less likely. And if the weapon is parryable, then the attacks will open a window in which the attacker is going to be capable of being parried. So if these two windows or collide or are aligned, then the attacker will then trigger an interrupted animation from their attack, and then such as like this, and then there will be another window for the parrier to capitalize on this and follow up with a riposte, such as like this. And this will do massive damage and then send them flying like that. And then, as you can see, 2 of them will be enough to kill them. And I thought this would be, well, okay, so I'm going to show you on the bigger guy, as you might have seen, because it's a lot more fun. So if I lock on to him, oops, sorry, I'm bad at my own game. But yeah, I see that time I missed the window. That time I missed again. But yeah, see, it sends them flying like that. I don't think bigger guys like this will be parryable in the actual game, because it wouldn't make sense to send them flying like that. But it looks super fun, or like it looks cool. And I thought, but yeah, I thought this would be a fun mechanic to have. To reward more skillful timing and risk with the potential to deal higher damage. And I would say parrying, the window for parrying is particularly easy at the moment, because it's not necessarily the window is pretty big. But I do intend on fine-tuning it and making it a bit harder. But yeah, this is the stuff I managed to work on since last time. I know it wasn't much, but once winter break comes around, my progress will grow exponentially, and I can't wait. But first, back to the good old school grind. So yeah, it sucks. But I hope this was just as cool for you to see as it was for me to make. And thanks for watching.